You know me, man. Well, you don't know me. That's the thing. So, let me get into it. Let's get into it. We got the light. Now, I saved a cigar for after work. We after work. Low-key already had to light it up on break just for the visuals. So I don't even need to get cut. And cut. Yeah. Ooh, and it's another pocket on the inside. It's another pocket on the inside. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and save this one. It means something. Actually, kind of, sort of. It's a tablet. Yeah. That band was for the start of season 10. It means something. I thought we was going to have to start season 10 on Friday, but we started season 10 on the 1st of the 10th month. I definitely fuck with it. I definitely fuck with it. So now we don't even got to do it. Because we already did it. But there's some stuff that we still got to do. So, update the shirt. So then I'm going to wear that shirt with this. I'm going to throw on a fit. No, I'm about to fit. Like a tantrum. I'm going to throw on a mean outfit. Certain stuff don't fit. So I got to make it fit. I ain't talking about the gym. Fit. Bobby dropping gems. Jewelry. Update the shirt. This might be an all-nighter. I might have to pull an all-nighter. I'm an all-night her. Because she's an all-nighter. I gotta get me another lighter. Are you a lover or a fighter? I fight for what I love. I might have to put something on the better jacket. Scratch it. I might have to put some rips on the back of the jacket and scratch it. I got a habit. A bad habit of fucking shit up. But I'm gonna fuck this shit up in the right way. I'm trying to have my son and my daughter puffing cigars by the time they age of 5. I'm trying to go through the grocery store. My son gonna have on a fedora and a cigar pipe. I'm gonna be like, don't look up. Just puff your pipe. My daughter gonna have on a leather jacket, a cigar pipe. The crazy thing is, I'm gonna be cutting and burning all my kids' clothes. And then they gonna grow up and be like, Dad, the fuck you was doing? Because you know, as a kid, gotta make sure I say this the right way. As a kid, you think that the life you live, everybody is living. As a kid, everybody lives the same life as you. So they're gonna grow up thinking that this is how life's supposed to be. I'm like, nah, this is how life was you. They just gonna be different. They just gonna have a different style. They're gonna have a different style, man. So I might add some cuts to the back of the jacket. And then they're not gonna be able to say nothing. When I come to work, I'm gonna be like, it's just a vest. I can't wear this over top of that. They're not gonna be able to say nothing. I'm gonna have on a plain shirt, plain pair of pants, but I'm gonna have on a vest. I'm gonna be like, listen. My vest has all my stuff in it. I don't want nothing to go missing. Listen. I will say I'm in my bag, but I just moved out my bag into my jacket that I turned into a vest. I just had to reinvest in my bag. I'm in my vest. I'm in my best. I'm dressed my best. And this ain't Ross, dress for less. I'm sitting here dressing so flawless. I'll be fucking shit up and don't be causing no mess. People be scared of what? Stress. Not knowing there's two types of stress. There's distress, and there's eustress. For those who don't understand and those who don't know, let me educate you just a little bit. EU, stress. Eustress. So what you stressing about? Because eustress is stress. And they say you should dress to impress. And there's no such thing as being over. But apparently you be underdressed. You can be underdressed for the occasion, but you can never be overdressed for the occasion. I mean, it's just a season. And jump too far ahead. You know, they be like, the reason for the season. I'm in my bag like a duffel. And I don't want to scuffle. Ain't trying to have no feathers, ruffle, like no chips. Just can't have one. That's our poetry. Flow with you. The best of me, apparently. I had to invest in me. So I turned the jacket into a vest. Vest and Cigar Talk podcast. No Outcast, no Andre 3000. The other vest would have cost me 81. This one cost me 81. I said this is a quarter. And I ain't even no accountant, but it's just quarterly. Doing things orderly. Win the 10th month of the season. No. Every season is quarterly. Win the 10th month of the year. So what does that mean? November, December. That means we're in the last quarter. You don't want to be like LeBron in the fourth quarter. You want to run out of gas in the fourth quarter. I'm talking about pass, gas. Why are you farting? I'm talking about NBA pass. LeBron be coming down in the fourth quarter. He be running out of gas. But you got to make sure you wear your gas mask. And while you sit here asking for permission, you got to be on mission with no permission. What's the opposite of progress? Congress. They be pounding these laws for restriction. Cigar Talk podcast. Cigar Talk poetry. Be wanting to save a cigar, but I don't know if I have more time. So I be moving like I ain't got no time. Got enough time, that's when you start living. They say you start living It ain't about how many breaths you take. It's about the moments in life that take your breath away. Those are the moments worth living for. They say you got 2 lives. The first one is when you won. The second one is when you realize why you're living. Everything before that, it's just a fact. See, for me, in 23, I found a new way to live. I found a reason why I should be living. And I used to have this internal struggle and battle with myself with the art. I kept giving it up and then coming right back. And then I said, fuck that. I'm gonna live my life through my art. So if I die, I'm gonna die on this hill as an artist. And my greatest fear is being average. I can't just be an average artist. They're like, what type of art do you do? Well, what is art? I would say I'm an artist and say, well, what music do you do? What paint? What do you draw? What type of pottery do you do? So I got to a point, I said I do it all. If there's any form of art, I do it. I've done it. And then I published a book with no art in it. It was just words. And I started drawing pictures with my words. That's absolutely absurd. And they say life imitates art. And isn't it crazy that the word heart has the art in it? So if I don't live through my art, I'm not living through my heart. It's types of people in this world that wear their heart and wear their art on their sleeve, and I just cut off the sleeves and I ain't got no sleeves. So now I'm living with my heart exposed. I'm hard on the sleeve and I ain't got no sleeves. So I left my heart exposed, and then I started to do just a little post, I suppose. If writing long enough, parts of the writing is called prose. I just started posing, I started modeling, started doing photography and videography and editing, because the people couldn't, they were like, man, you should hire somebody to do this or do that. And they just could not bring forth my vision. So why would I hire somebody else to bring forth my vision if they can't see the way I see? Because I just got a different vision. I cut this shit off and I couldn't see shit. Even when I open my eyes, it still be dark outside. I can't see shit. And they be like, you chose this life. Why the fuck I choose to be an artist and I can't see? I used to be so mad at people that could see clearly. I walked outside and I looked at a tree. And I sincerely mean this. I was in high school. And I ain't had my glasses this day. I looked at this damn tree and I said, this shit's so fucking beautiful. But some people don't have the same appreciation. They take things for granted. And even though I said granted, I'm not talking about those rocks and stones granted that you might have on your account. I'm not talking about granted. I said people take things for granted. And that's a life lesson. Some people don't know a good thing when they have it. I mean, this was a good jacket. I had to have it. Some people take things for granted. And this is the last cigar. This is the last cigar. I bought it so I didn't have to wake up and go get any cigars or get any tobacco, because I'm off. But I like to give myself a challenge. No dodge, challenger. So now I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But I know I'm gonna do it. But I can't see the future. But I really can't see. But I can't see the future. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. I know what I have to do. We gotta finish season today. How sway? I don't know. That ain't up for me. Why are you asking me? I gotta figure out a way to do season 10. Oh, not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. Gotta figure out how to finish season 10 today. But it's spooky season. Shit gets scary when you don't know what's gonna happen. And that is the beauty in being a true artist. We used to look at certain people, and some people just draw every day. Some people paint every day. Some people do every day. I'm like, man, y'all got time to draw every day? You're an artist. So how you gonna be the greatest artist? How can I be the greatest artist ever? I gotta do something ever. I don't be driving no tractors and trailers pulling the lever. But how can I, or how can you be the greatest ever? Greatest artist ever? It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. But there's no challenge that I can't achieve. There's no challenge, there's no battle, there's no victory too big for me. I'm the great three, the greatest winner. So I think, a part of me just to see who would claim to be the greatest of them all. So I could sum out one by one and just say, I'm the greatest creator of them all. I'm the greatest creator that ever will be. No one after me. No one before me will ever be as great as me. So I have to set the bar so damn high. I have to set the bar so damn low. Hold on. I had to set the bar so damn low and set the bar so damn high that even if that I couldn't believe it, that I did it again. I just come through every and do it again. But I want to make sure that the next time I can't do any better. I wanted this shit so fucking perfect that I couldn't even do it better if I tried my hardest. I want to do this shit so that even if I tried, even if I tried it in a million lifetimes, I still couldn't do it like I just did it. So how do you do that? So how do you do that? How did I do that? In a million lifetimes, couldn't do it better. Had to be thinking like, certain people come through and change the whole course of history. Now, if we just have a little discourse, not go off course, but to change the fabric of time, that they have to look back at this time and say, that changed the whole course of history. I mean, it's really a mystery. I was like, yo, you don't think there's ever going to be any more prophets? Like, everything just stopped right there and that was the last one and we ain't gonna have another one? I mean, you think shit just stop and the shit keep going? And the shit ain't never gonna stop, it's always gonna keep going? So what did they say? They say, I've been reading, and I'm just doing a little bit of reading, but there's a brief period of time, and then somebody comes along and fulfills those prophecies. So what's supposed to happen the next time somebody come along and start fulfilling those prophecies? You gotta have another one, right? It's midnight on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, it's already 3 in the morning, the crack of dawning. They be like, how you gonna be in the stock market? And the people on the East Coast up at 8 a.m.? Or if you on the West Coast, you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. if you wanna be on the, but the early bird gets the worm. So you gotta wake up at 4 in the morning. But that's just to be ready. So you gotta wake up at 3 in the morning so that you can be people on the East Coast. It's 3:07 on the East Coast. But for somebody like me, I gotta go live at different times so I can to the world, because the world be on different time. So I gotta be on the world time. I gotta do this shit all the time. They say Kobe Bryant used to get up, he'd be the first one in, practicing. He'd be the last one out, practicing. And over time, all those extra hours add up. All those extra time add up. He was like, yo, you put in 8 hours today? I put in 10. I was here an hour before you, hour after you. That's 10. So that's 2 more hours in one day. So throughout the week, even if we just do 5 days, that's 10 more hours. Just because I came in an hour early and left an hour late. But hold on. I think I still got some now and laters. I still got some now and laters. No, I'm actually kind of mad at myself. It's not even silly. I really to go get some more cigars and tobacco today. Somehow, some way. At some point. And I gotta do that shit before, just so I can finish season 10. But I got time. I got time. You know what you should do? Be vlogging your study hours. And you should help other people become a doctor as well. And you should talk them through it. You can say, okay, this is what I'm studying right now. Right now I'm studying this, and you just talk about it. Because to teach is to learn twice. So you say, this is right now, this is what I'm studying. And the fact that you already prefacing saying that I'm a student and I'm studying, then if you make something wrong, somebody might be able to correct you, somebody further along, and they might be able to correct you. You can have those type of, you know what I'm saying, medical debates and conversations. You can clearly say, you know what? I'm having trouble with this right now. None people are going to be able to relate to that. It's other people who are also studying. Man, this is how he found out the answer to this. This is how he figured this out. And right now, you can have your playlist, and you can say, right now, these are my studies. And so, wherever you're studying, if you're studying certain organs, you can have a whole playlist on the lungs, a whole playlist on the liver, a whole playlist on the heart, a whole playlist on parts of the body as you're studying. And then say, a part of another place is just saying, okay, I took a test. And I thought, this is how I think of it. This is what I got stumped on. So this is why I know I need to study going forward. And then, when you graduate, people have been following you the whole time and be like, yo, he graduated. So you can be vlogging for all these years and like, yo, he graduated. I don't know. I don't keep track of that. But again, that's another part of that can be a whole part of your vlog. Be like, yeah, you know, I had to wake up at this time so I could go ahead and study and do this. So I'm just setting the vlog up. And that keeps you, you know what? If anything, that can probably keep you focused, because then you can say, I'm not on my phone as much because I'm using my phone to vlog. I don't know. I go to sleep, my dog Bailey wakes me up. I go to sleep, Bailey wake me up. It's time to get the day started. Work at night, go from there. So, Sam, you have a ton of content that you could be putting out there and just practicing, and then you get really good at editing and things like that, and you have your own doctor show. And you vlog residency and everything. I'm an artist. I make every day exciting. That's what I literally do. I literally wake up and say, what am I going to do today to make me happy before I have to fulfill any societal obligations? So I do every day some things. I do things like, okay, that do this, that do this, that do this. I make every day exciting before I do any type of, what's that word? That basic, any monotonous activities. And then as I'm doing the monotonous activities, I think about, what did I just do that was exciting, and where does that leave me? Where can I go from there? Literally. Every day. I say, oh, I have to do these things. Let me do all the things that's gonna make me happy first. Then while I'm doing those things that are monotonous, I think, man, I did all that. Now what am I gonna do next? I have over 70 lists to prove just that. Anything that I'm interested in, anything that I want to talk about, I talk about it. I have a whole playlist for it. I have over 70 playlists just for that. And I have to sort it, because what if there's something specific that I was just like, oh man, I gotta add it to this, I gotta add to that. Sometimes I have so many videos, I'm like, how am I gonna find this video, this specific video? I'm like, oh, it gotta be in this playlist, it gotta be in that playlist. Pokemon. If I want to sit back and I'm like, oh, I got a whole playlist for Pokemon. Music videos. But if I gotta talk about music videos, R&B, hip hop, country, jam rock, I got the whole playlist for music videos. But depending on the type of music, I might want to hear a certain type of music. Got a playlist just for that. as I'm doing my act and my reenactments. Whole playlist for that. Got to keep track. Got to keep track. That's how I can sit here and say, I'm on season 10. I'm on season 10. I'm on season 10. And season 10 just started yesterday. And I thought season 10 was going to start on Friday. I bought the jacket. I literally bought the jacket. And then I had to cancel my order when I saw this one. I can and I will. I am. Because the other quote is, success is a... No. A success is a one-time instance. To be successful is to continuously have successes. To be successful means you have a habit of succeeding. And that's why every day I sit there and tell myself, I can go ahead and celebrate, because I can just pick an achievement and say I'm celebrating this. Every day is an achievement. I just have to pick which ones I want to celebrate. Just gotta pick which one. They say practice what you preach. So I'm not telling you something that I am not currently doing. Because I had to sit there, and there was this Japanese phrase called ikage or ikagai. I-K-A whatever. I made a whole video on that. But it said, you should pay attention to the advice that you freely give. Pay attention to the advice that you freely give. So I was telling one guy to start his channel, and he was trying to figure out how to put his two separate ideas together into one. And I'm like, yo, just have a channel just for that. He's like, I do stuff with dentistry and I do stuff with the homes. I said, call it Hygiene Homes. And you vlog every single part of it. And I said, as you go through certain houses, you say, these are the things to look for. These are the things not to look for. These are the, positives and negatives, and vlog reports, and you talk about all of that. So but the way I transferred that to me was for the Cigar Talk. And so that's why I walked into the humidor over there and say, this is not a gear humidor, and this is why. This is a gear humidor. This is why. Look at their selection. Look what they have. Over here, they might price things a certain way. Over here, things are priced differently. And it's the same, and they offer the same thing. So that's why I go to different cigar shops and I say, look at the price for this here. I know I can get this over there for this price. I see the environment and setting that they're offering, and I see how they're charging. So I helped him, but then I had to take my own risk. I'm like, oh, something I should be doing. How does that apply to me? All I know is I'm mad. I gotta figure out where I want to go to get some more. Bro, this was just like the Zara shit, bro. That's crazy. It has zipper and buttons. I'm about to try it out right now. See? But the reason I wanted this, I guess I got this tomorrow and the shit. But the reason I wanted this was, see, I was gonna get the athletic vest, but I wanted to be able to run. You know what I'm saying? In case I had to just get up and run, can I do that? And so it's much easier to run with this than the bag. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I run. I'm happy I can just run with my stuff. So I'm officially finished moving in. From here, transfer everything in here. We're going to finally lay the bag to rest. We're going to say not RIP, because it's still functional. It's still usable. But we finally going to be able to put the bag to rest. Man. Finally going to be able to put the bag to rest. Or we got more room. We got more room. So I never even thought the battery. Hey, I appreciate the conversation. I'm not sure when I'll hear from you again, but I wish you the best on your doctor studies, and I hope that you find a way to achieve all your goals, dreams, and passions, and that you live through that. I want to make sure I'm not throwing away anything that's important. This is all trash. Now I can just move this to there. Appreciate you. Make sure you get your 6 hours. I should have got some sour ones, man. Now later is supposed to be hard. These shits, not that they chewy, but I shouldn't be able to chew it right out the pack.